Bronze Tiger Benjamin Turner is strong enough to leap through this window, kick through a window with Rigid Dragon, kicks down this door, kicks this wooden door off its hinges, cracking it in literally half, kicks open a wooden door, splintering it, and kicking him to pieces. Knocks a man out with two-fisted blows, by the way, I showed you this a second ago. Cracks a helmet with an elbow, punches through a baseball bat. You probably wondering, slow down. Well, Benjamin Turner, Bronze Tiger, is one of the world's greatest martial artists. He trained alongside other great fighters like Richard Dragon. Bronze Tiger was brainwashed and put into the service of the League of Assassins as the Bronze Tiger, becoming one of the greatest agents. He carried out many assassinations. He became a master in most martial arts, specializing in Taekwondo. He did eventually get out of the brainwashing, but he kind of felt guilty after figuring out all the stuff he did while he was brainwashed. He ended up becoming a member of the Suicide Squad as well. He has become a champion in many different forms of martial arts and has trained himself in most other forms of hand-to-hand combat. So in short, he has killed at a young age in defense. He was a student of the great Japanese martial arts teacher called the O-Sensei. He befriended young thief turned student Richard Dragon. The two grew to manhood together under O-Sensei's tutelage. They ended up becoming grown men. They were finally ready to leave O-Sensei's temple to return to the outside world. His mask looks like literal tiger. That's why they call him the Bronze Tiger. Went through many adventures, got some assassinations. There is blood on his hands. Became a League of Assassin member, went on adventures with Shiva. Some of this stuff was retcon. Bronze Tiger is one of those characters, thanks to training, he's basically superhuman, just like characters like Batman. I mean, I'll say this a million times in my video. You do not have to have any serum or anything in comics to be superhuman. That's just how it is. Doesn't make sense? Don't complain to me. Complain to the writers of the comic books. He's strong enough to fight Batman himself physically and even kick him into the gut where Batman gets a little dizzy to where Batman can barely stand up. He's even fought characters like Red Arrow, another good fighter, Super Soldier tier in DC. Knocks Catwoman back here. Kicks this guy back here. He has no problem staggering all sorts of opponents. Thanks to his fighting skills, he has no problem knocking you out with his kicking power. He has no problem kicking you to the back, in the back of the head right here. Staggers a manhunter, them little robots that be with the lanterns and stuff. He's strong enough to fight on par with characters like Richard Dragon, showing his skill. Reacts and catches Richard Dragon's punch right here with quick reflexes. He's even fought characters like Deadshot, put him to the ground. Same with characters like Count Vertigo. He punched an alternate reality Hawkman. Crime Doctor get pushed to the floor. That one time Vixen was using Bronze Tiger's strength and she was able to break metal behind him by throwing him at it. Even he said, "What animal was that?" She said, "Nah, it's you, Ben." You get an idea of his strength. Look how far he threw this man. Like, sheesh. He tosses folk to the wall, knocking them out. He's not a big fan of nerve pinches. Nap time. Nothing flashy, just carrying a man over his shoulder here, just showing little baby versions of his strength and holding back Richard Dragon here. Implied that he's the one that cracked this concrete. Is that punching power? Skills or what? Leg grabbles. Bronze Tiger tears a metal vent panel off the wall, warping it basically. And yes, he can crumble trash cans, knocking them aside. Skills again, can send huge folks, look at that punch, hit in the air, then rolls them in the air like that. Don't forget that he's taking a punch from Black Canary, skilled fighter. The guy even fought Deathstroke, telling me he ain't superhuman, even though he fighting characters like Deathstroke. I'm just saying, slugfest style, respect the two. Seem to get in a drawn out fight. These two seem to get in. Anybody that can fight Deathstroke this extended has no choice but to be respected. I'm telling you, you can hang with superhuman people just from training. This guy deflects daggers, this many daggers, with his fighting speed and bare heads. Are you kidding me? Like a Gatling gun. On this occasion, they became human magnets. All these iron daggers with sharp edges and points. Part of the reason that they're skilled is because they trained for tens of thousands of hours. Now their fruit of their labor is bearing fruit. Kinda shows his combat speed. He's fast enough to deflect tear gas canisters. He strikes with whip-like blows. Bronze Tiger is stupid quick when it comes to fighting speed. For example, she tried to shoot at Bronze Tiger and you can literally see him avoiding all of this mess and closing in the distance, disarming her in the process. She even states you're pretty fast. Easy occasion of superhuman speed when it comes to fighting speed-wise. Completely closing the distance on Blackthorn. He has blitzed folk in the League of Assassins. Before the men can react, they even state with inhuman speed. He has technically no superhuman powers, but thanks to training and fighting, he has superhuman attributes. I'm trying to tell you, that's how comics is. Stated he's the finest martial art he's ever seen. States superb skill. He caught a thrown shuriken mid-flight, speeding catching to not get cut by catching it. Another occasion of him getting shot at, yet he's able to close the distance. Like you see the gun, you see how he swatted it? Kick, that is speed. Caught a samurai sword. It's hard to perceive the scene, but one could say he dodges the attack from Deadshot before he can shoot him and then chop him in the back of the head. He's not afraid of dodging blasts. He deflects scales with swords as well. Yes, he dismantles some goons in 3 seconds. He even gives himself constructive criticism saying, I'm getting old. That took at least 3 seconds. Should have only taken 2. He caught a boomerang thrown by Captain Boomerang. He does like a circular motion type blitz here. Repeatedly, it's like reacts to Vixen's bite. Look how he just leaps from building cars, just traversing the city. He dropped several floors by bouncing between the walls, acrobats. There's a lot of lore and writing intent for him. Like how it's stated by Catman that he has a defense for every style. When beings like Vixen copy him, she literally blocks a punch from him, even though she's just copying him. This completely destroys this man. Even though he's on some ice he can't really get his footing on, he even began to assume his mantis stand. The ground seems to slide beneath him. Awkwardly unable to position himself, he nonetheless attempts defense and does manage to land a glancing blow. And yes, he has ninja training. This guy literally has a counter for things you don't even think would need a counter. Like how he literally has a counter for an axe head on a rope kung fu weapon. He's been taught a technique or two to handle it. To literally handle this crap. Axe head on a rope. Like, how do you prepare to fight somebody with a weapon like this? This is so awkward. He loves doing judo throws. Expert judo throw. When he's mad, he still can block blows that would have been lethal. It's implied he competes in underground fight circuits. Seemingly knocks out 3 men with just 1 single kick. Anybody that can disarm Deathstroke deserves to be respected. I showed a little bit of this earlier though. Oh, he loves nerve pinches and pressure points. He's not afraid of striking your eardrums. Knocks out men easily with his arm around his neck. Easy KOs. Bronze Tiger. With the Suicide Squad, he takes down a large group of soldiers. Literally numerous gunmen get kicked from a considerable distance away. He's skilled at disarming folk. He bested League of Assassin students before he got outnumbered, of course. To further add on the fact that he's one of the best fighters, he's fought some of the best fighters in DC, like Batman himself. You gotta respect that. On top of the fighting Richard Dragon, you guys already knew that, of course. It's only natural. He's fought Batman on an occasion to where he seemingly looked like he had the advantage over him. To be able to fight this cleanly on par with Batman is a sight to behold, but their fight got interrupted, of course. Then, of course, you got the occasion with Deathstroke himself, a super soldier tier. I showed a little of this earlier with Blackthorn blitzing her and stuff. It was actually a little bit longer panel of a battle. You can kind of see it even extended even farther. Blackthorn actually knew that she couldn't beat him one-on-one, so she had to get help to 2v1 him using Tranquilizer. Even with the 2v1, they was fighting fair. She even said, if we keep fighting fair, we're not going to get anywhere with this lug. So that's when they pretty much cheat using Tranquilizer and stuff. Trank Thorns. He even fought Black Canary and Raw Skills, one of the best fighters in DC as well. He fought Catwoman. Had the advantage on Catwoman. Batman in Disguise had to step in, of course, in this particular occasion. He fought Rick Flag. Yeah, the guy from the Suicide Squad live-action movie. Fights Ravan. Characters like Batman think Bronze Tiger's skills are quote-unquote fine. Lady Shiva sees Bronze Tiger in high regard. Dragon sees him as a master when he's masked up right here. Stated by Sensei to be the finest martial artist he's ever seen. Implied to be one of the greatest martial artists in the world. By narration. It's even stated in the guidebook that he's one of the greatest martial artists, equaled only by his partner, Richard Dragon. He's even trained Richard Dragon. This is satisfying to watch. DC likes to retcon stuff and change people's ages. Like you see the different repetition of training, like the different seasons, snowy, different outfits, snowy season, still practicing with them. Punch through it. That level of discipline. Literally raining bullets, yet he isn't hit by none of the bullets, even though the room is literally filled with bullets. He's trained Gypsy before, helped to train Cassandra Cain, part of the reason why Cassandra Cain's a beast. Bronze Tiger. He's even taught folks judo like Joy, runs his own dojo where he trains kids. Narration states there isn't a fighting style he doesn't know. Mastered karate, aikido, jujitsu. This also applies to Richard Dragon as well. He learned taekwondo, gotten in plenty of exhibitions with Richard Dragon. He has had 10 years of actual training. O-Sensei is a beast too. It's implied he has nothing else to learn. This same guy named O-Sensei is a disciple of all martial arts, karate, jujitsu, aikido, boxing, you freaking name it. O-Sensei is narrated to be the greatest of the martial arts, and their skill is boundless. Like they said, they were trained by the greatest of all martial arts, O-Sensei. Chilling with Vixen, he's talking about how he has mastered many martial arts. He's good at stuff like hiding in the shadows, ninja style. Well, he technically does have ninja training. He has an understanding of ki, or one could say chi, manipulating his chi. Thanks to this, he was able to speed up his healing. I'm not joking, to help him recover. Even taught Richard Dragon about ki. It's implied he's defeated Captain Cold before, arrested Two-Face. He uses lockpicks to open cells. Yep, very well versed. He has some sword play skills, like training his swords play with Lady Shiva. Nice to see him well balanced in swordsmanship. He's had special gear over the years, like this ring, for example. Activated by thought and powered by will, combined with the necklace, it creates a mystic feedback loop. Spells she creates do not leave her hands, and she can be forced back to her other self. Neither persona will be able to remove the necklace by themselves, allow you or whoever wears the ring to exercise some control over the enchantress. It's basically a ring to prevent the enchantress from using her spells, but it has a couple caveats. The more the enchantress is used, the stronger she will get, the more influence she will have over other persona. I already showed you that he's used swords before, like dual sword, one sword, already showed you. Didn't show you this. Climbing claws that allow him to scale building, a hook folding type ladder, like what? A portal hole type transportation device thingy? Kind of cool. A device that knocks people looking at it. This can't be standard equipment because this will just be too easy in every fight. Hey, I'm just going to show you this and get knocked out. Can he just spam this in any fight? You know, I'm just kidding. He don't always have this, obviously. Being in that Batman tier in DC, he should have similar fighting speed to a lot of the Bat family members. I mean, it's just consistent. Super Soldier tier characters are ridiculously fast in DC comic, unrealistically fast. I mean, look at his resume. He fights with characters like Lady Shiva, fights and reacts to characters like Black Canary. It's obvious he has Bat family members' levels of fighting speed because he's literally fought Batman, literally trained Cassandra Cain, who is fast enough to literally stare a bullet in the face and dodge the bullet while it's mid-flight. Faster than bullets, Cassandra Cain can dodge this type of stuff. Bronze Tiger has taught a young Cassandra Cain how to fight, and this is what she can do. This is nothing new for Bat family members. When it comes to fighting speed, Batman can literally pluck bullets out the air. Yet, Bronze Tiger can compete with Bat family members like Batman himself and Cassandra Cain. I know it's hard to swallow DC characters being this fast, but that just lets you know the benchmark on how fast these characters actually are. Bronze Tiger can fight these beings consistently. That's just how it is. In the New 52 or Rebirth era, Bronze Tiger got some slight differences here and there. You guys know the story. Benjamin Turner was a member of the League of Assassins, befriended cool people like Batman, left the League to pursue his own vigilantes type stuff. He can assume a tiger-like form so he can literally feels like a real bronze tiger instead of wearing a mask. The caveat is that the talisman he's wearing to be able to do this burns away at his soul every time he transforms, bit by bit. DC human logic, he can just carry two men with relative ease, and he can knock out a ventriloquist, knocks Kishi back, tears this metal grating from the ground, still superhuman type stuff, leaps across a considerable distance. Look at the distance, was still able to leap that far and kick Batman himself. He's fought very strong people like Midnighter. His head got slammed to the ground this hard, sending stuff off the ground. He's fought Deathstroke even in newer stuff, but he did get overwhelmed in this particular occasion, so Bronze Tiger does take L's, by the way. In his Tiger mode, he's able to open up these large doors in this particular occasion. Beats up Roy Harper in his Tiger mode, along with Lady Shiva, and Jason Todd on his side. Poor Roy Harper, getting him hands. I wonder what his strength increase factor is in his Tiger mode, but he lifts up men with ease. I would say he surpassed the Super Soldier tier by a little bit at least, if I had to estimate, since he's already in Batman range without this Tiger mode. But he did grapple with the Untitled, though, in this case with Jason Todd. These super blades that he got. Jason Todd video, by the way. He did break Draco's neck here, strength. He did take an attack from Starfire, got sent through these thick, large pillars right here. Yeah, so I would say he's definitely past the Super Soldier ranges here, being able to take a hit that made his body go through all of this. I'm just saying. Jason Todd's pressure points don't seem to work on him. Bronze Tiger said there's no shortcuts, Jason, to defeating him without even being in Tiger mode. Batman even stated he's faster. This doesn't seem like an exaggeration because they literally get like in a little scuffle here. Bronze Tiger even trolls him and says you're slower. Put him in a hold, grappling hold and everything. He did grapple up with Nightwing, Dick Grayson too. He fought alongside Batman, fighting an excessively large amount of ninjas. He can hold his ground. Jason Todd said he would be hard to beat. He can use claws to throw. When he's not in Tiger mode, he has like literal claws he can use as projectiles, and he's used them to stab Deathstroke before. And no, comparing his strength to Batman's isn't a low ball by any stance, because Batman does superhuman stuff all the time, even though he's not on no serum for some freaking reason. Like literally holding up pieces or a piece of a collapsing building so these people can escape. Albeit it was a struggle, but look, this is the people that Bronze Tiger has to fight or is on par with. So when it comes to his base strength, he's definitely in that super soldier tier, along with a lot of other Bat family members, being able to react to bullets, pluck bullets out of the air, that kind of speed. Characters like Red Hood, he's on par with Batman, Cassandra Cain, just Bat family members in general. Same with Red Hood. Same with characters like Deathstroke. I believe he's in this strength tier range. On top of this, Bronze Tiger had a talisman to where he can literally go into a literal tiger mode, in which I believe, thanks to this special talisman that eats up his soul bit by bit, he surpasses the super soldier tier with this on. Did you know Bronze Tiger was this strong? You might have did, you might have didn't. Respect him. One of the best fighters in DC, period. Knows pretty much every martial art you can think of. And I'll see you guys later. Respect Bronze Tiger.